It's time to build the Ryzen system, y'all. Let's get into building a new computer. Hey guys, so my voice isn't doing super hot today, but I finally got pretty much all the pieces I need to build my new computer, which I'm going to be using a baseline, I guess, the Ryzen. I got the 1700, the cheapest one, because I'll maybe talk about it later, but it's not really that much slower than the other ones as far as base clock, well, as far as precision boost clock, and it's also overclockable, so, I mean, you can just overclock it. So the first part of this, like time-lapse building this computer video is going to be looking at all my parts and everything, so if you just want to look at me building the computer, maybe skip like three or four minutes into the video and you'll get into that. So let's see what the parts are. So of course the CPU right there, Ryzen. I'm going to be using the Wraith cooler for now. I have another CPU cooler that I kind of want to use like for the most part with this CPU because it'll cool a lot better. I have an Noctua NHD15. I'm going to start using the Wraith cooler just right off the bat. Because first off, I know it'll fit in this case. The other CPU cooler might not fit in this case. And also on top of that, I just want to see how that performs, both as far as noise and performance. So that'll be cool to do. Maybe I'll do like a review on that, I think. But I do have AM4 mounting from Noctua that they gave me for free, which is really terrific. So hopefully I can use it in the future. But for now, I want to see how the Wraith cooler works. Let's see. For the motherboard, I got Gigabyte Gaming AB350M. As you can tell, this is a microATX Ryzen build. So this is Gigabyte's microATX AM4 motherboard. Has a B350 chipset. I really wanted to get X370 because that's the best chipset you can get for AM4 right now. But I couldn't find any in the microATX right whenever the Ryzen came out. This motherboard was honestly hard to find right as whenever Ryzen came out, but I finally got it. It has some really great features like USB 3.1, NVMe, and all that great stuff. And it has really good expansion too, so yeah, and it also fits my my color scheme, which is great as well. So if you want to see, I do have an unboxing of this, the processor, well, let's see, the RAM, and I think that's pretty much it for this build. But yeah, if you want to see that, yeah, you can if you want. And a lot of you guys aren't going to like my graphics card here. It's a graphics card that I built my i5 6600 computer last spring, actually, right around this time of year. Huh. Anyways, yeah, so I'm using the same CPU or GPU for right now. I'll upgrade it in the future, but I honestly didn't want to spend a lot of money right now. Not really getting Ryzen for gaming anyway. Ryzen is good for gaming, maybe not as good as like an i7 from Intel, like a 7700K is currently a lot faster than a Ryzen CPU for gaming. But, so like, I'm not getting Ryzen for gaming, even though you can game very well on Ryzen. But a GTX 960, I don't even know if I said that yet, but from Gigabyte, it's a good card. It's nothing that crazy, but it's a good card if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Let's see, I guess we'll, I don't know, I'll show you guys this really quick. I'm still using, since this motherboard has pretty good expansion, I'll be using I'll have that for Wi-Fi just in case I need some Wi-Fi on my desktop. Next, we'll move on to memory, which I put on top of the computer. Here's the RAM I got, DDR4 of course, because that's what AM4 uses. I got the fastest RAM I could find, honestly, because I got the same speed for the fastest RAM, 3200 megahertz. I got two 8GB DIMMs, so 16 gigabytes of course, and it's red Corsair Vengeance red LEDs on top, which will match the red motherboard. So I thought that was cool. Got a pretty solid price on it. RAM is incredibly overpriced right now, so like the really great RAM is the same price as a really crappy RAM, so might as well get the really great RAM, I guess. Here's my SSD I'm pulling from my other computer. It's a SanDisk 480 gigabyte. I got it for a really great deal on Black Friday, like last year or 2 years ago or something. Yeah, it's a pretty good SSD. I'll probably just use that for like games and stuff like that, because my boot drive will be this puppy right here. I got a 960 EVO, just 250 gigabytes because I'm balling on a budget over here, but I really wanted to get those speeds of M.2 NVMe, so we'll see how that goes. But these things are really freaking cool. Let's see, on top of that, Here's my power supply. It's a Thermaltake Power Grand 1200 watt. It's incredibly I mean, that's way more power than I need for a GTX 960. I need like 400, maybe 500 watts for this. I just had that for my old computer because I used to run really advanced graphics cards, and they're like I had like a 7990, and like I needed like this power supply. So it's just a power supply I had on hand. It's semi-modular, and the cables really aren't that great, honestly, but it's just what I had laying around, so that's what I'm using. And I think that pretty much will take care of everything besides the case, which is a Fractal Design Defined Mini C. Maybe that's it. Something like that. It's a pretty cool case, and I have an unboxing on my channel if you want to see it. But anyways, let's get into the building of this computer in a time lapse.
I hold on to this storm 'cause I need to be swept away, swept away.
Wow, that NVMe slot was tight. It's finally in there. Yay.
You left me. Left again. Oh, there's a jungle in my head going wilder, and it's killing me. I cannot let you go. I cannot let you go.
Okay. Sorry to break up the time lapse, but see, I was gonna face AMD like at the top of the motherboard, but you know, AMD uses like rectangular mounting. It's not a square. You can only mount AMD either facing like this or like this. That's dumb. Well guys, the cable management honestly isn't the best. I did a little bit of work for that, but I feel like I'm gonna have to change out the power supply. As you guys might have been able to see in the time lapse, let's see if I can swing the computer around really quick. The power supply really doesn't fit there. Now I could take out the 3.5 inch drive bays, and I would clear up everything quite a bit underneath that power supply shroud, which is right there on the Define C from Fractal. But I think what I might do is I might just get a modular, like a 600 watt EVGA power supply, because really no matter what, I'm not gonna need more than 600 watts, honestly, as long as I get like a good like EVGA, like Corsair power supply, something like that, you know. And then it'll be smaller, and modular is just obviously easier to work with, so that's great too. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna do that after a while. But I got this system to the extent where it'll be up and running at least for some tests, so I can see how Ryzen runs and everything. Yeah, so cool stuff. Got the SSD there. Got the NVMe drive underneath the GTX 960 there. Got my wireless network adapter in there, even though I probably don't really need it, but whatever. I like to say the I/O shield on the for the Gigabyte board, it's padded, which is nice on the motherboard side, and it's blacked out, which actually is really, really awesome. And it actually wasn't super hard to install, which is kind of crazy because usually those are incredibly difficult. Beyond that, I don't know, like working with this case was fairly easy. It was a little bit difficult. Obviously the front panel headers just suck. And the fact that it doesn't really support a super long power supply is a little bit interesting, but you know, I mean, if you're running this, you probably aren't running SLI, even though you can, as you can kind of see here. I don't think my board really supports SLI. It might support Crossfire, but as you can see, you could put another graphics card in there because, you know, there's 2 slot openings there, which is nice. So that's pretty cool. And it also, this case supports really, it has really good support for water cooling, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not a big fan of water cooling. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Watch out for maybe a review for the Ryzen Wraith cooler. I might be having a review on that. I don't know. We'll see how that works. I don't think I can do RGB because I don't think this motherboard really supports RGB, so I don't think I can really do the whole thing about around the ring. But anyways, it'll still be kind of cool. So thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a like on it if you thought it was cool. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this in the future, let me know in the comment section below. I love building computers, but right now I'm not, you know, I can't do that as like a full-time job, even though, I mean, fixing computers is my job, but I'd love to be building computers like this constantly, but I can't really do that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and there will be a video pretty soon after this of like this thing running. You'll be able to see like the RAM lit up and everything. That'll be pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Peace out.